If The Adventures of Warrior Omega was a movie, plot changes and casting calls by Ryan Baker, entertainment correspondent in the cinematic landscape crowded with superheroes, dystopian futures, and reboots, The Adventures of Warrior Omega stands out as a bold genre-mashing epic that combines classic trucker grit with high fantasy, interdimensional warfare, undead legions, and a flying battleship. Fans of the cult hit novel have long speculated about a film adaptation. Now we're taking a deep dive into what a Hollywood version of the sprawling adventure might look like, with key plot changes and our dream casting choices. Major plot changes for the silver screen. Number 1, trimming the mythos slightly. With 100 plus named characters in multiple dimensions, any director would need to streamline the plot. Expect the movie to follow a tight core team. Alan, Officer Morgan, Retusor, Tirus Cartorion, Brocktar, and Kalzortus, with the rest of the heroes appearing in sequels or spin-offs. Number 2, more focus on Alan's Earth life. To ground the audience, the film would likely begin with more Alan's life on Earth, with a couple of scenes of him at O'Connor Truck Unlimited and a foreshadowing visit to Diner of the Clouds. Expect a human subplot involving Alan's family, maybe his strange brother Joseph Stukov, to give it emotional depth. Number 3, the Fire Griffins get expanded roles. The Biker King, originally midpoint plot detail, would probably get a larger role early in the film to create a Mad Max style sequence that blends outlaw chaos with supernatural danger. Expect Gold Tor versus the Griffins to be a major set piece. Number 4, condensing dimensions. The filmmakers may merge locations like the realm of Sorkor, Octaviax, and the Fort of the Dead into fewer distinct realms to simplify the narrative while keeping the tone rich and exciting. And number 5, a stronger antagonist arc. The Master of Zombies will get a more visible build-up throughout the film, with flashbacks of him showing his transformation from Ken Williams into a necrotic overlord. The Necro-Oracle 2 might be teased for a sequel with an ambiguous ending, rather than departing the Undead army peacefully. Dreamcasting, who plays who? Alan Stukov, played by Carl Urban. Gruff, rugged, and capable of anchoring both action and humor, Urban brings the ideal blue-collar charm and gravitas to our unlikely hero. Officer Adam Morgan, played by Oscar Isaac, a grounded, clever partner with a mysterious age. Isaac would be perfect in the mech suit wearing co-hero role. Rotus are the Ratman and the Circus. Voiced in the motion capture. Who better to bring a sarcastic, morally grey Ratman to life than the King of Mocap, Tirus Cartorion, played by Sophia Boutella. The action powerhouse, Atomic Blonde, the Mummy, Rebel Moon, with great movement training and physicality. Her elven portrayal would feel acrobatic and deadly. Brocktar Scaletail, played by Dave Bautista, a cyber lizard warrior with a stoic streak. Bautista could absolutely pull off the physicality until that. Gold Tor, played by Bill Skarsgård, with bone-chilling presence and creepy charisma. Skarsgård would make Gold Tor terrifying mid-tiered villain. The Master of Zombies, Ken Williams, played by Ray Fiennes, elegant, ominous, and commanding. Fiennes would bring gravitas to the King Overlord and elevate the final confrontation. Ice Horton, the Dark Mage, played by Mads Mikkelsen. As an arcane manipulator working behind the scenes, Mikkelsen's would be perfectly cold, calculating, and mesmerizing. Skaltakas, the Minotaur, voiced by Clancy Brown, a deep, thunderous voice of the muscle of the Dark Mage's crew. Brown's voice acting would give Skaltakas real menace. King Eduardo Anderson, Ian McShane. A weathered, wise monarch with secrets on his own, McShane brings world weariness and power to the role. Tall talks Iron Hammer, played by Simon Pegg. The eccentric goblin inventor is a perfect role for Pegg, blending comic relief with bursts of genius and intensity. The Cyclops, Vin Diesel, voice, as Thrice Motion turn for a one-eyed brute. Diesel's gruff voice would deliver tragic nobility in a sacrifice. Captain Sordash, played by Ken Watanabe. Commanding, calm, and tragic, Sordash's arc would be perfect for Watanabe's series presence. The Ironics, the Were Tiger, Jason Momoa. The arena fight against Alan would be one of the most anticipated scenes. Momoa's ferocity fits perfectly. Kellogg's Wolfclaw, played by Dan Stevens. Stevens could give Kellogg's that unpredictable rogue energy, perfect for the Battle Lane's new mantle. Necro-Oracle, Arcos Darkblade. Adam Driver. Driver has an unmatched ability to portray tortured souls. See Kylo Ren. His intensity, physical presence, and voice would make him a compelling, brooding Arcos, someone clearly scarred by death, duty, and dark resurrection. Battle Knight / Sir Malcolm Herbert, like Carl Urban. Urban has the knightly presence and combat gravitas, The Boys, Dread, Lord of the Rings. He can sell both the fallen hero angle and the stoic intimidation. Quotor the Wraith, Doug Jones, with voice by David Tennant. Jones is the master of movement and spectral grace. Pan's Labyrinth and Star Trek Discovery, and Tennant's voice would add sinister flair and otherworldly sarcasm. Zaltuxis, the Dark Troll, Debuts, he's physically commanding, but can bring subtlety to the role if needed. Blade Runner 2049 could play Zaltuxis as a tragic weapon of war. Fortox, the Undead Troll, Ron Perlman. Perlman is the monster movie icon. He can deliver both sarcasm and menace. Perfect for Fortox's rough edge wit and ancient grudge. Caleb Raynor, played by Norman Reedus. The Walking Dead veteran has weathered Biker down to science. Reedus could sell Caleb as a toughened nails, chain smoking, don't talk about it survivor. So someone who's seen everyone else die and still rides on. Kalzortus, played by Idris Elba. Elba has the commanding voice, the calm fury, and the heroic way to play a noble dragon warrior. Big Heimdall 4 for scale up, literally. Directing the chaos. For a project of this scale and tone, an interdimensional trucker fantasy with undead hordes and flying battleships, a seasoned director with blockbusters, her sensibilities and love for world building is crucial. Topics: Guillermo del Toro for dark fantasy flair and creature design. Zack Snyder for a stylized battle in epic scale. James Gunn for mixing absurdity, heart, and a ragtag team dynamic. A new franchise is born. If done right, the Adventures of Warrior Mega could launch the cinematic universe with sequels like Rise of the Necro-Oracle, Warlords of Octaviox, and even the Fire Griffins Burn Highway. Between the Flying Fortresses, Undead Knights, Goblin Gadgets, and mech suits, there's enough material for at least 6 films, and that's before spin-offs. The final verdict, with the right cast, trimmed lore, and a director who can balance that comic absurdity with heart, Warrior Omega could be the Lord of the Rings meets Mad Max, but with more diesel, necromancy, and goblin tech. Who would you cast as Alan or the Master of Zombies? Which scene must make it into the movie? Let us know in the comments. Hey there, fantasy and science fiction fans, lovers. If you can't get enough of mystical realms, futuristic worlds, and thrilling adventures, then you come to the right place. By subscribing to Fantasy and Science Fiction at Story Nori, you gain access to an amazing collection of stories that will transport you to realms beyond your imagination. By hitting that subscribe button, you'll never miss out on the latest tales of wizards, time travels, space exploration, and so much more. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the best in fantasy and science fiction storytelling, and we're always adding new and exciting content for you to enjoy. But that's not all. By subscribing, you'll be also becoming part of our incredible community of fellow fantasy and sci-fi enthusiasts. You'll be first to know about the latest content for the channel that you won't find anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? Join us on this epic journey into the unknown by subscribing to Fantasy and Science Fiction at Story Nori today. Your next thrilling adventure awaits. Right, hit that subscribe button and let the storytelling begin. Thank you for being part of our amazing community. We can't wait to share even more incredible stories with you.